Hi, I'm Vanessa,
I'm Brad.
and we're two 15-year-olds who live in Vancouver, BC, and we both happen to be
Gay.
Yes, and we're here to tell you about our coming out stories.
And we want to give you some advice and hope that this helps you in your journey.
Yeah, and I'm going to start with my coming out story. So, I remember being young, and I don't know, I always felt different. I saw girls and guys, obviously, and I always felt like, I looked more towards the girls. And being so young, I didn't know that, you know, that wasn't right, but I felt that there's something different about me. There's something almost sort of wrong. And I didn't know that there was such thing as being gay. But I remember one day I was watching TV, and I was actually watching Ellen, and she mentioned something about gay marriage and Proposition 8, and at the time I'd never heard of the word gay unless I heard classmates saying, "Oh, that's so gay," and things like that, and I just thought, "Oh, that's that's what people say." But I didn't know there was more meaning behind that word. And Ellen was talking, and she said something about gay marriage, and I thought, wow, like, this exists. That's what I am. I finally figured out what I am. And from then on, I just, I told myself I'm going to change. Me being Christian, it is hard because you always hear from the church things like, that's not right, and things in the Bible. But I think after you learn to accept yourself, it all gets better from there. And grade 8, I started hanging out with him, and I thought, we were getting really close, so I decided I'm going to tell him. I told him that I was bi, and I think at the beginning, it is easier to tell someone that you're bi and that you're not just gay. For me, it was a first step. Later on, I eventually told him that, no, I just like girls. But it was a good first step, and if that works for you, then by all means, you can do that. But I told him, and from there, things just automatically got better. I met a girl. She turned out to be not nice at all. But meeting her, it was an essential. It was good. It was really good for me because it made me realize that I want to be with a girl. That's when I'm older. That's what I want. And I started to come out to people. I started to tell people, and it all elevated. Everything got better. And if your parents don't accept you, I mean, it is hard, but you're going to always there's going to be some friends that are really happy and they love you. And I eventually did tell my mom. I actually told her like 3 months ago, so it is still kind of fresh meat there. But I told her, and at first she gave me the whole, it's just a phase, you're still young, you've never been with a guy, how do you know?
Your body's changing.
Yeah, it's the whole parent thing. But I think I know. I'm positive with who I am. And a few weeks ago, I told my cousins, and they seem to be okay with it. And yeah, things are just getting better from here on out.
My turn. So I've recently come out to my mom only in the last week, but it started off really when I was, I would say, about 6 or 7. That's quite young. It was just going places with my family and seeing these guys, and I was just attracted to them. And I always thought to myself, what am I thinking? This is wrong. I shouldn't. What are my parents going to think, right? And just as I grew older, I just learned to, I started to accept myself, but I still thought that I can't tell anyone because I don't have anyone who will know what it's like as well.
But can relate to you.
Yeah. And then I met her, best friend ever. And we just started, after she had come out to me, I had come out to her like 5 minutes after, right?
Which was pretty much perfect.
And our relationship as friends grew like crazy, and we did actually date for a while when we had
that little awkward stage in between.
Well,
I don't know. I think it was more of a cover up, but
yeah.
I think you need to learn to accept yourselves.
And
once we finally did, it was like, yeah, we kind of look back in that. We kind of giggle about it now.
But you start to have a lot in common with someone, and you just think maybe we should try, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't work out. Lucky we're still best friends. So, but yeah. So fortunately in my family, my sister is gay as well, so runs in the family. I don't know. And she's very accepting of me. I'm very accepting of her. And I was recently on a trip to Hawaii with my mom, and I just decided to. I felt like I have to do it now. It's eating me alive, kind of thing. So, I we were on a bus back to our hotel, and I just decided to strike up a conversation about something. And I started off with, I've been really tired lately, just feeling confused, and I had finally told her that I told her I was bisexual. So, kind of the first thing, like the first step, not telling, you're totally gay kind of thing. And she had already suspected about my sister, so, I don't want to give her a heart attack or anything. But we had a conversation about it. I also got the whole, it's a phase, you're going through puberty, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, no, not really. But she still loves me just as much, which it means a lot to me. And I think that it is just getting better right now. I've only been out to her for about a week, and I'm looking forward to telling my dad, and I also have an older brother, and I think they'll be very accepting because, family, and it's just a universal kind of thing, so.
Also, I know we can't physically reach out to you, but there
Yeah,
are there are people to look up to. Two people that we absolutely adore are Tegan and Sarah, and we think they're so inspirational. Just being so like proud of themselves
Open
and
out, and
it's
yeah.
just amazing. And also LaRue, like Ellie Jackson. We don't know what she is. We don't know her sexual
She
orientation.
says she's androgynous, but
it's
can't
just
be sure.
it's amazing to see someone so proud of themselves, and she's so original. And I don't know, it gives you hope, and we're hoping that we gave you hope, and we're just telling you that things are gonna get better. I know it may seem hard now, but it's
Especially
taking your
going through
life,
high school.
taking your life over it is it shouldn't be an option because there's so much world to experience, and
Definitely.
we know that you will, and we hope that we will. We're gonna be here, and the whole gay community out there, they're all rooting for you. So yeah, it gets better.
Okay, hopefully that's good.